Hey, how's it going everybody? Sorry for the delay in the latest videos. I'm without a computer right now, so this is on two different phones that I'm recording. Bit of a different setup for me and a bit slower. Hardest to get myself together and some time to do all this stuff. Also like budgets and stuff, so I do apologise about the delay. Thank you for 600 subs though, I do appreciate it. We're getting that so much closer to 1k, so really appreciate the support. And again, anyone who's not subbed and watching this, please do hit that subscribe button. We're close to that 1k. If you haven't joined my Discord already, a link will be down in the comment section. Please do join. I'm looking for some strong players, some knowledgeable players to help me with some Commander videos in the future for Commander guides and stuff. I've started to create them myself in a bit of a format that I'm happy with. But I'm going to be going through all commanders I want to be. So I need your help. So if you're interested in that, helping out, then do join our Discord. And the last thing is, like I said, is my computer broken. I'm getting a new CPU motherboard, so our setup will be like the other one very soon. But I'm on two phones right now. Shouldn't be an issue. You should hopefully see no difference at all. So here we go. As you can see on this map here, we have a bit of a weird scenario. Last time you've seen, we were fighting Angmar and Loth on the Isengard border, and the Enedwaith border into Tower Law. If I'm saying that right, I'm sorry about any fans. I need to still watch the Lord of the Rings. I've seen The Hobbit on Netflix though, so I'm going to watch them. I've seen them coming on. But yeah, so we were fighting Angmar and Loth, and it's 2v1. I think I mentioned in the last video. There was no chance we could win this. We either put all our focus on one of them or the other, and the end result will still be that we lose. It's 2 versus 1. They will be able to throw themselves at us, and we can't defend that. So what happened then is a big thing. We sort of approached Mordor. We approached Mordor and asked for an alliance. We asked for some kind of friendship. We had to look for it. We needed help. It was Erebor, Loth, Mordor. Well, we had Angmar, Loth, and then Mordor and Erebor were fighting Rohan. Okay, so two lots of 2v1. Art Linden's also come down to help, but separate to Linden. They're sort of small factions at the moment. So it was 2v1 and 2v1. So what we did, we decided to mix it up a little bit. We decided to just like sort of change things up. And we spoke to Rohan and sort of made an ally out of them. So we're now friendship, we're allies with Rohan. It's pretty official that we are friends working together to try and fight 4 different factions. What we did with that then, we allowed us to push towards Erebor. Okay, and let me go with the Mordor thing again. We tried to allow Mordor to make it a 3v3, take over the server, have a 3-way fight for the ring. We'd be able to take the server with Mordor on side. They said no, they wanted to do 4v2, so annoying, not friends with you Mordor, not happy that happened. They wanted to take the easy way and do a 4v2. So the result of that is Gondor decided to mix things up a little bit. We let our Loth and Angmar front go. We were saying, screw it, fine. I was part of one of the leading people party-wise to go straight towards Erebor. No problem with me for that. I'll march straight down here. We took Ashen Plains, we took Dorwinion, we were close to taking Selden Vale, and then Loth stepped in. You can see here they started to push back with them too. What we did though, the key thing about this, let me go put that back on. The key thing about this, what happened is we took the pressure off Rohan. Okay, what this meant is they took Withered Gardens, they took Hills of Ruin, they took Eastern Wastes, and on top of that, they took the Black Gate and is now on Mordor capital territory. Okay, so the threat that was there before was Rohan had barely any lands. They were a bit of a poor faction like us, but they were strong like us. Now they have a lot more land, a lot more farming place, and are still organised. So Rohan are in a really good situation now. We've given them a big fat boost. What's happened now then is they've helped us to push back. So we're going to be pushing back our lands You can see them here. We're pushing that way. They're pushing down from Entwash. And we will go down, I imagine, up to Langstrand. Because this will get us all of our Oathbreakers back. We'll get most of our lands back. And hopefully we can then go somewhere else. Okay, so let me just double check. Yep. Lothistic Dwarves, Gondor pushed Erebor. That leads me to key things. Okay, what's really, really key here, and you'll see it on other season 2s. If you're very close to the start of season 2, you won't have seen it yet. When you get ganged up on, or your faction loses ground, or there's some kind of key moment where you go, we might not win the ring. The ring is out of our grasp. As soon as that starts to be thought of, you lose players. Gondor has already felt a loss of players when Angmar and Loth pushed down. Okay, they pushed down and we lost players. Players said, you know what, we can't win anymore. I'm still going to stop playing on a different server. I'll come back for season 3, etc. And again, separate video. They need to change about the season rewards and stuff. They need to do a separate video on that. They need to completely revamp that system. Anyway, so a lot of players left. So what does that leave us to be right now, taking this into account? Well, when we pushed Dwarves, there was also some news about Dwarves giving up, because I think they realised that, wow, this ring really isn't something for us this season. And Mordor, losing the Black Gate and a load of their lands, also very upset. What this brings us to, what I was going to say, is I believe our next point, if I was a Gondor council, I would take that learning of we've lost players and Dwarves be grumpy, Mordor being a bit down. To win this, I believe we need to make it a 3v2. There's two ways of winning it. Mordor become friends with us. So I keep realising I'm not looking at the camera. I've not used this before. Please do work with us. Mordor need to work with us. They need to come and work with us. 3v3, we can take over the map. I don't think a deal regarding the ring still on there, but I think you can keep your capital is the main point. So what I think should happen on this is we should continue push back some lands on Gondor, and then Rohan should throw themselves at the Mordor capital and take it. Okay? As part of a bargaining deal, is Mordor can say, listen, we'll be friends with you. We can march up to Dwarf lands and go Greater Rohan, Carven Vale, Eastern Hills, and just take Dwarven land. That makes them really, really weak, and we can 2v2 Loth and Angmar, Rohan and Gondor, would be my view. Now, the alternative, right, is very similar, because Mordor are strong with elephants. Gondor should send a team, or to be honest, not even send a team, like take some lands back, secure a crossing, right? Let Rohan march on Barad-dûr and get the capital. As that's happening, we push down into all of their elephant territory. We take all of their elephants. If we take all their elephants and we take their capital, Mordor will be like literally meh. They won't be anything, to be honest. They won't be very exciting. It'll be a very easy fight compared to what we've currently got, especially taking out elephants. We have a bargaining chip then and saying, listen, we'll give you capital back if you work with us. It completely changes the whole battlefield. It completely changes the dynamic of the whole server. And I honestly, since Mordor an ally, Gondor need to just get off their bloody, like, Gondor don't want to fight Mordor. They don't want to fight Mordor. We were allies from the start. Oh, forget it, honestly. March down and go kill them. Go kill them. Go take the elephants. Your allies are Rohan. Rohan are at war with Mordor. So go and help bloody Rohan. That's what I would say if I was in the council again. I'm in the council technically only to give information to give information out to the rest of the server. It's just to make sure the fellowships are knowledgeable of what the strategy is. So that would be what I say. We march into Mordor, completely annihilate them, and that would hopefully get them on side. Or if not, they'll be weak anyway without the elephants. They'll have lost a big fat bit of power there. At which point we can then have a fair fight on the rest of the server. That would be my view. I'm also, where are we, 10-minute video. I'm going to do 2 minutes on what I think the rest of the server should do. Erebor needs to give up. They need to keep fighting or something, but they've lost players. They need to ally with someone else, Rohan or Gondor. They need to come to us and say, hey, do you know what? We see how strong you are now. I want a part of the party. The next team, one of the teams are going to do it. Loth, Angmar, Mordor or Erebor, one of you are going to come along and go, I want a chance still at winning the ring, keeping my capital, everything. Probably Mordor. Mordor's the biggest one. And that team that does that will probably be taken in and will destroy the rest of the server together. Okay? I'm going to say that. If I was, apart from that, I don't see where Loth are going. They probably want to go to Dol Guldur soon. Erebor need to get some lands back. The biggest thing, and I'm really, really hesitant to say this, by the time I post this video, it should be okay though. Angmar, what should you do? Angmar should ignore absolutely everything that's going on regarding their lands. And what they should do is get the hell over to Mordor elephants. We've been too slow to take those lands and defend them. So now you've literally got a path through Mordor to get elephants. Angmar have. And Angmar have got some very, very strong players that make a massive difference with elephants. That's what I would say they should do. They could then march into our lands from the south, straight up to Minas Tirith and Osgiliath. And it'd just be a nightmare. It would be an absolute nightmare. That's what I suggest Angmar to be doing. And I believe the Gondor should be defending this with all of their focus. They should have forts here, 100% defending this. I'm not doing it. I can't get down there now. But I believe that would be Angmar's best strategy, is to throw themselves at the elephants to try and get that advantage. Because it's a matter of time. If we can close this off, if we can close them off and we can march into Mordor, I believe we completely swing the server. And I believe Gondor and Rohan together can have a fair shot at the ring. That's what I currently think. So there you go. If you, like I said, if you like these updates, like and subscribe, please do. Alexa, stop. Sorry about Alexa. She gets excited sometimes, doesn't she? Honestly, thank you so much. I did say I was going to shout out somebody. Was it Nick Onage? Because then James would buy me some chess or something. I can't remember. I've got a free shout out for Nick Onage now. So there you go. I don't know who it was. His name's just in my head. Please do like, subscribe. Thanks very much everyone from the server who watches. If you want to cover anything, please do join the Discord, message me on Discord and stuff, and I'll make sure to cover you more next time if you want to share any stuff. I'm going to be doing some interviews with some of the faction leaders, hopefully this coming week as well, because it'll be really exciting to get their view on all of this as well. So yeah, thank you very much. I shall see you next time. Liz.